takes place next to a bar, which is next to a game store, and it's all in one building, which is pretty cool. Just
and
to play.
Mania have kindly donated a €50 gift card.
Oh, the game begins.
Gift card voucher. So there will be a €50 prize there for somebody to choose to spend.
Oh, and here we go.
And De Beeren, Lars
I told them that was good
Hotel,
food.
fantastic food. If you're in Alphen, come grab it.
Indeed, David Mole in with the sponsors. Man, I wish I actually knew what I was supposed to be doing with that, but yeah, he's giving us the lowdown. But now is Karel versus Gio. Feather in second place, but only just slightly behind. Double Feather. So this is going to probably be MB2. It's because Karel made a bit of a mistake and he couldn't keep on the track. Had to use the Feather to just get out, but he might have to drop out this track, especially because Feather in first place is absolutely lethal. You would need 2 mushrooms to catch up.
This is instantly second place for Karel.
Yeah, unless something extreme happens, Gio crashes into a wall and Karel gets a nice red shell, but I don't think it's coming, and this is the end of that race. 49.86. I barely had enough time to talk about what was going on before it finished. That was extremely quick. I'm loving the support for David Mole. And mate, I'm just taking L's to Drew's hair, I swear, since I got on stream. This is 2 days in a row, man. I need to step up my game. GV2, as we call it, Zoom Valley. Zoom Start Valley, indeed. Miss Zoom Start out from Gio.
Gio gets the L.
Drivers. It's just about giving L's this stream. This is the theme of this round. Today, tonight.
Also, I want to bring your attention to the FFSMK stream on Twitch, currently featuring Sami, Chetan, the godfather of SMK, versus Scoop, the 3-time in a row, probably 4-time world champion.
He's definitely looking in the right position. I mean,
yeah,
as long as he gets third, he's definitely guaranteed. I don't know what happens if he comes fourth.
No, that's still fine. I think it's done.
Really?
Yeah, I think Scoop got it.
Wow. So he came second time trial, first in battle mode.
First in match race.
Right. No, yes, yeah. He did come second in time trial, right?
Yeah, second in time trial.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right.
Oh, this could be dangerous.
I think you should be okay with the speeder.
I like the feather. Just to say for Luigi.
Looking fabulous out there on the track.
Fab.
More 54 seconds. Imagine the speed running the entire track at under a minute times. That could be you. With a whole lot of practice.
Just need a few
but we all need practice.
1,000 hours.
Heck yeah. But hey, to be fair, it's all doable. And that's
doable.
That is the truth. That is the truth.
Connor on my left here has proved it.
Hi. I do those things.
You do them.
Yeah, but the level that these guys set certainly a high one, and a fun one to see other players achieve. You know, you see what's possible, and that's what starts it all.
Yes.
I'm sure for a lot of you, like viewing, if you've played Super Mario Kart, there's definitely a time where you're all your friends, and you're like, "There's no one better than the way we play."
Never.
You watch these guys, and you're like, "Wait, what?" But then the moment after the 30 seconds of wait, this is crazy. You go wait. If they can do it, then surely that means that I can do it as well.
You can.
And and now that you see the race lines, you see how it all works. You know, you can start doing it yourself. Hype stuff.
So Karel is playing catch up here. It's a long catch up.
Yeah, but actually, he is too far for a red shell.
But he's not too far from one Geo mistake.
Yeah, missed MBT, tap of the wall, a mushroom over the gorge is not enough.
That was a bad mushroom, and he gets the wall clip.
So not this race, not this race for
Definitely second for Karel.
DP2 is definitely it's just drive, really. Like, there's not a whole lot to this track. It's just, if you can't drive, you can't win. Don't kid yourself, guys. We all suck. Look at the optimism coming out from my guy, Andy. Hey, only suck until you reach the level. And everyone sucked before they reached the level.
It's true. You gotta suck a bit.
Heck yeah. It's to be fair, it's realizing that you suck is the start.
Come on, sucking
And
is
then-
fine.
It's only until you choose to not do anything about it, then you can't complain about nothing happening. But but still, the level that they are at is, as I said, insane. 4 jumps coming out from Karel, taking no risks. Gio, he's much closer than it looks. Feather jump is a thing. Karel at least wants to be out of range of doing the safe feather jump shortcut, which he is, but
Gio.
he's not far enough away for the big feather shortcut. So it's really just if Gio doesn't make any mistakes here and does the feather jump,
He will keep it for lap 5.
yes, you're not allowed to. You could only do the normal feather shortcut. What is going on with Karel? Because now he's actually, or maybe.
Oh, the thwompage.
Aye.
That is bad. That's not a good look.
Yes, you don't really want to be under them at all. Like if you can help it, because maybe you can get through, but
You can do good racing lines without going under.
for sure. this John's setting impossible standards for all of us. With Scoop, if Scoop sucks, then yes, the entire world sucks more than other.
By definition.
Yeah, by simple definition. Gio likely to do the normal feather to make sure he's out of range of Karel doing the feather, and it's nice and safe. Smacks into the wall.
Well,
He's still.
Okay.
He is away. He is away with the fairies. Karel might do the normal feather shortcut, but yeah, just to get out of the way of Toad, but he doesn't have top speed, so I can see why he chose not to.
Let's go second place. That's all.
Yeah. He's probably gonna do 2 jumps and not the last 2. Bingo, bango.
Fine.
Nice and safe.
Called it.
Heck yeah. Gotta remember, like, top level players, they just do everything that you're thinking when you're not playing. When you are playing, it's hard to remember all of this stuff. Unless it becomes instinct or you're very used to thinking about things this way. But it's hard to apply it mid-match, for sure. Okay, so that was, he's 6 points up. Gio there? Gio 6 points up, so this is, as said, the last track on every course. The CPU kind of just drives slow. So, unlikely for the weapon catch-up, especially because Karel missed zoom start. Not that it can't happen, but it's much more. The only track it's really likely to happen on is MC2, and that is not where we are right now. So, but you'll still see some clean racing. So, have a quick look at the MPT that Karel did into the boost. Look at this infinite boost going right round, and clean, absolutely clean.
Oh, this is not
He just
good.
couldn't quite end it though. It was looking quite nice until that point. Gio's not even pretending to entertain the idea of doing it.
Stay safe, bro.
It's amazing.
First cop is Gio, right? This is it.
Yes, it's unlikely to lose here. So now Karel's going to be looking for the future one. That's a nice G. That's a cute long boost.
Oh, he's going to be trying all
Into
the
the
non-zero options.
Oh. Do you know if Karel had not crashed before, he actually could have taken this race. He wouldn't have taken it all, but that was very nice. Nice. Yeah, no, Andy, like you get the start of it. You see the level that they put, and you don't have to go to the same level as these guys. First, you just look at the 50, 100 people above you and go, I want to beat them. And then you make your way up, and then suddenly I want to beat them. You keep going 20 up, 20 ranks up, and then suddenly you're competing against Drew and competing against like the real top US players. I do apologize. My knowledge of the NTSC time trial boards is pretty bad. But you know who they are. They come up on the ranking site, which is absolutely great, by the way. Just the fact that we have that ready. I mean, I know now all Mario Kart scenes do have these time trial websites, but it's not as simple as just let people update the times and it just works. You know, there's an amount of monitoring of these sites that have to go down that happens.
There's
Like
a lot of work going into it.
they get updated like every week, but they have to be manually checked so people don't cheat. Because at certain times they just aren't.
There are cheaters, yes.
Yikes. Yikes. I believe he's starting to grow out of this. He's starting to fix some of those times. So.
Alright.
But anyway, at least he did too recently. He said there was some bogus times he had to switch. But anyway, if you don't know who we're talking about, we're going to leave it. And eventually you may or may not know who that is. But yeah, I feel like he is suddenly growing out of that and is starting to fix up and get some real times. But yeah, no bogus times around here, so.
No.
It's Andy Craig. Yikes. Anyway, this is a geo-dominating performance for this track. Red Shell first place, final lap, done deal.
Yeah, done deal. This is it.
Nice. Clean. Yeah, and so going 1-0 up, but it is Special Cup. And Special Cup has two of the biggest AI killers. DP3, you can lose to CPU on that, but the real power players are Cuba Beach 2 and Vanilla Lake 2. For sure, the CPU... In this, if you do not MBT like these players do, and make one mistake, you already lose to the CPU. No boost here. Geo is driver's seat. Getting that zoom start means he doesn't have to deal with the CPU in the first lap, which is definitely a bonus. And his consistent MBTing means he's probably going to clean out unless he makes a huge mistake here. Karel is no slouch when it comes to speed. He definitely can keep up, but it's just... MBTing here with this star is very awkward, especially because of where he used the star means he couldn't use it the second time around. Again, zoom starts. If you don't know what you're looking at, the first thing to see is who got the zoom start. That will probably give you a 70 to 30% of who's going to win.
Maybe not as much in Grand Prix, but it's significant.
I would argue
this
more
red
because
was awesome.
And that
seals it.
What on earth did Karel slow down? Hit the water? I missed it.
I don't know.
Impressive from Karel because Karel never fell. Once he got going, he was really going.
He got going.
Look at those 9 seconds. He had red shells, not mushrooms. I'm pretty sure that was all just raw
just
speed.
driving. Yeah.
Geo hit the water 2-3 times, and that's what cost him the race.
That's it.
Indeed.
15-15 going to GB3, the easiest platform jump of the game.
Yeah. Definitely the one that is achievable on all modes in all speeds, PAL NTSC, 150cc, match race, and even time trial. Versus the others, which are more 150cc based, and Ghost Valley 2, which is just never really ever worth it unless you're doing time trial.
You shouldn't do it even in time trial. Come on.
Huh?
You shouldn't do it in time trial.
Oh, not on one tries. No, I mean if you was trying to get the best
world
time
record
in the world.
points.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you would never. Yeah, not even in the competition you'll see it. It really just does not save enough time.
Karel being quite far behind. Geo in first with red.
Aye. This is Geo's fated position. It seems definitely has a fair few reds sitting in first place.
Yeah.
The GV3 Jinx, I mean, it's only Jinx probably in the way that this course is long. And it's not super long like Bowser Castle, but there are a fair few tricks that can be messed up. The boost against the wall is Feather.
It's too late though.
Hello?
Oh, wow.
Hello?
All right.
Stand me not knowledgeable. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Is that a thing though?
I don't even know.
I didn't think that was a thing. So Karel was trying the lap skip Feather.
Feather, yeah.
Which is, if it is a thing, it's probably NTSC.
Is it? He didn't do 6 laps. No, he's fine. Yeah, David was asking for 6 lap special. That would have been if he went for the jump, missed it, failed, and then had to do the entire lap again because it didn't. It puts them on the wrong side and doesn't cross them over the race line. That's not what happened. He just missed it, so he doesn't get it. That is a thing, but it's almost pixel frame perfect on PAL. It's easier with Star plus Feather. Okay, interesting. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with going for it, especially when the CPU was so far behind. Pixel perfect or not, to be fair, it was his one opportunity. I think the other feather didn't have enough time. Aye, though. Gio's got a clear lead. Karel is having a real problem, having a bit of a punch-up with the CPU. They stole his lunch money. He's not happy about it. Now it's looking like Gio's... Some close moments there for the both of them, but seem to have pulled away. Seem started pulling away from the opponents. The boost starts killing Karel. Yes, I would agree. It's becoming a bit of a problem, and Gio's taking advantage of that. He's staying consistent with his zoom starts by comparison. Goes straight into the green though, and Karel's ability to drive might see him be in red shell range. He goes for a deep cut, and perhaps this is worth it. This is where Karel's fast driving comes into its own. Manages to dodge it, goes for the island jumps. He jumps, gets most of them, almost makes it. He actually takes it with island jumps. Let's go!
Oh, total cheer!
Let's go! Apologies if I killed your ears at that one. That was a madness.
That's one of the best VL2 fifth laps
Catch-ups.
I've seen. Come on!
Insane. I can't believe he went for that.
How do you go for island jump there?
What? Like, I thought he would go for the other way.
Just
and
a
then
simple
with red
way
shell.
and with the red. I'm gonna go for the bloody island jump.
That was the Karel moment.
Total cheer!
That is the Karel moment. Absolute insanity.
So important too.
Yeah, like, any other player, you know, would have just gone the other way with their red and maybe even looked for the shot. But not Karel. +1 for style indeed. But yeah, no, now it's back to standard non-MBT racing. Not a whole lot goes on here, but this red is pretty good because he's really, really close by. He's slowed down from Gio because he knows about this kind of stuff, but
Karel
falls off the track. And that does not spell the end though. We are in feather jump distance. And the green shell.
The red is gonna catch up to him.
Gio just keeps making these little small mistakes, and he still switches.
the red, but he gets a feather.
Karel
This is huge.
Karel rigged the game. What do you mean? He just
This is rigged.
He could have just red shelled him here.
He should have.
What?
He should have.
I don't understand. Gio's going to be looking to plant this green on top of his face. Gets Yoshi, I think, instead. But, yeah, definitely. Still, though, Feather is a nice position to be in, but he might still be forced to do it.
This is just pressure now. Karel has to pressure Gio.
Whereas he could have been in this position shooting the red.
The red would have sealed the deal.
But this guy, he hates a good red.
Oh, there's a red.
Oh,
there's
here
a
comes the red.
Gio's breaking up. Use the
What?
feather. Oh, no.
Oh,
Come on. What is that? What is that? I gotta say, the salvage attempt from Karel was magnificent.
He thought the red would come in too fast. And when it,
Yes.
in fact,
Yes.
didn't. When it didn't come in, he thought then I'll just keep going the other way. I'll be able to stay on the track. But he was way too far to the side. He gave everything up to chance based on that thwomp.
That was crazy.
Even though I understand that Karel wouldn't have felt super safe with doing the feather jump, at the end of the day, it's 150cc. Wow. And 150cc makes that shortcut easier.
What a rainbow road that was.
But insane from the both of them. That was very, very close. But yeah, it's funny how Karel will sometimes go for the fastest route and sometimes he just goes for the slowest route, or slower route. But the thing is slower has to be methodical. You cannot just randomly do it when you so please. You need to have the if he knew he's going to shoot the red and forward, and if he knew he was going to go that way, he would have set himself up much better, given himself some space on that U-turn to activate that feather. But because he went for one, perhaps trying to bait Gio into it, it was just way too hard mechanically. And if Karel couldn't do it there, it's unlikely that another player could have done it as well. So I think it was ultimately just too risky a move.
Oh, wow, such a strange rainbow that was.
Indeed it was. Gio almost threw it away, but just with his red, if he hadn't slowed down with that red shell, Karel probably would have taken it.
Yes.
It was just from Gio putting on the pressure, and now Gio's looking to be one up in Mushroom Cup. These types of power big moments can be a real momentum swinger.
It's a mental damage type of thing.
Absolutely, and
Body blows.
but that's nice.
He needs a red. Yes, he gets the red. This is good.
Perhaps shot it a little bit early because it can't come round again. I can see why he did it to just try and smack him one, but he probably wanted Gio to waste some time going through MBTing, missing it, etc. But it's still MC1, so
that was his
quite
chance. That was
quite hard to take it back from a deficit like that.
I am not over this Rainbow Road.
Yeah, but Karel certainly needs to be. If he dwells on it, he is going to fall.
Karel is a bit of a
Gio.
dweller, though.
And that's the problem. Resetting is extremely important. Extremely important. He needs to just sort of take it calm, get his bearings, because if he can't and he misses zoom starts like that, he's going to be 2-0 down, and he's going to have to win every single race to take it back to 2-1, which is the score that he wants. Thing is Gio's not impervious to mistakes, and this is the problem with what's going on right now. If Karel just kept keeping it consistent, Gio will fall apart, or not fall apart, but he'll just make a few mistakes.
Some mistakes, that's it.
And that's the thing, he only makes some, but it's winnable. A lot of Karel's matches, Gio has not been invincible. He was just using most of his driving, and then would have one item mess around, because Gio is extremely good with those, and he just takes the win with them. But it's not playing perfect driving. He is certainly not invincible, but it's enough that Gio is taking these wins, taking these Ws.
I think the Rainbow Road was so important.
It was, for sure, but for Gio it wouldn't actually change that much. It's more Karel who's going to be affected, I believe.
Yes, that's true.
But that's the thing, it's not over yet. Mushroom Cup, he does have to probably win all 3 on the trot unless something weird happens on MC2. However, there is just Ghost Valley. Ghost Valley is just whoever gets the boost, and then a couple of jumps over the platform. I do not doubt that Gio can do them, but I imagine Karel has practiced it more. There's going to be this quick item rush at the beginning. One's probably going to get a green, the other one a banana, and then you're going to see what plays out. But Plume and coins, I was completely wrong. Without those greens and bananas, it will just be a simple race. Gio getting that nice feather. But honestly, not too much of a difference. Mushroom is going to make up the gap. Now we'll see. Oh,
no, not yet. Not yet.
Interesting. The only thing is that Gio is likely to get still get a feather, but one feather and a mushroom might be enough. But
Karel plays the odds and he gets out in front.
Perhaps, and the correct decision. It
Oh
was
no! Oh no!
Oh my! He's not fallen off, so he's still ahead.
Oh, this is not a good look.
But at the same time,
there's a Gio coming up with a banana.
Now, if this is last lap, we're now going to be looking at the platform jump.
Feather. Oh, Karel has to do a platform jump.
But this is still in Karel's favor. Even though he missed that, as long as he makes the jump, he still wins this race and he takes it.
Unbiased commentary right here.
Indeed.
Big clappers from the crowd.
But yeah, no, Gio really, Gio was doing really well right up until that point. Which is funny because then Karel almost crashes straight afterwards.
Yes.
Keeping it quite close. But if Karel can start bringing it back, he can get his mentality back. But Gio is still only one race away from being in a serious positive power play position. And without that zoom start, as long as Gio cannot make mistakes, because even though he has been making 1 or 2 here or there, he still zoom start. That's great on the mental relief, and he still has another track even if this were to go wrong. The only thing is that the Gio is not a feather jump away. Don't know if you noticed this, guy. So that means that that's not great. But he did have the mushroom. I'm not sure now. But the feather, Karel just can't keep it together.
This is trouble.
Yeah, this is a real problem because he was actually still in the game. He really was. But Karel really struggles to reset. Even more than other players in the top 4, I believe.
I think that is correct.
We may be seeing the end, but at the same time, it's super impressive from Gio. Even though I said he makes a mistake, it's really only one per round, and everything other than that has been absolutely fantastic. 3-0 against Karel, you know.
Yes.
Karel still beat Neo 3-0. And
Yes,
Gio's
let's not
gone
forget.
none of that. Gio's got none of that. I want it all. I'm taking the wins. And yeah, super impressive
Such an important point for Gio.
the boy, from the boy himself, because this will be, if he can keep this up and nothing happens with MC2, that's another final in the bag for Gio, who has been absent for at least a year. But yes, if Sami knocks out Scoob and then wins this,
No, Scoop wins. Scoop wins.
I think it's I think Scoop's just gotten a bit too far ahead, because he's got every final so far.
Yes, correct.
Whereas Sami has only had one final, and that was in the half-point mode time trial.
I hate being the wrecker of
Dreams.
dreams, but Scoop has won the overall seeding.
Fair enough, but that still doesn't mean he takes all the gold medals home.
No.
And,
By no means.
and that will be that. It's still impressive because it's just Scoop's ability to play so many modes so well.
Yes.
But it's always nice to know that you are the best at something. You know, if you say you're the best in the world at Grand Prix, you know, that's the mode that a lot of people care about. So
sure.
150cc GP, so that's still accolades for sure.
The real deal.
Definitely. Yes, John Boy, that's the exact stats on him currently. Okay. Gio driving a clean race. Karel struggling to keep up currently. Still went for a nice cheeky long boost. I respect it.
Keep it cheeky.
Yeah, indeed. But yes, impressive drive. Race from Gio.
Gio with the
And
fist
Gio
bump.
is happy about it. Cheeky little pop off. Gotta use a different word, I swear. But yes, impressive performance from Gio.
Right, and I think Karel played well. Just a couple of, is it bad decision? Is it bad luck? It's in between somewhere.
I believe that